And welcome back. There's a lot of people, they look at all these statistics, and then even the job creation that we do see, a lot of that's in the government sector. But as you said, it's a fraud. It's very misleading data. And we'll talk more about this. Let's talk about briefly a lot of people that are on part-time status now because, Obamacare, things like that. We saw Walmart saying that we can't afford to pay people, the normal wage because of Obamacare. So even people who are able to get a job there, they're working part-time with fewer, if any, benefits. So now they have to work multiple jobs just to get that same paycheck that they used to get years before.
So that's a great point that you brought up, Jakari, because there's alternatives to unemployment. A person can be self-employed. So a lot of times people may get the hours cut back and have to be part-time. Well, there's one way a person can actually get multiple part-times and actually develop a full-time income. So one way is, for example, there's something called event promotions, and where a company like AT&T, they would need like a back-to-school campaign. And usually they don't execute these kind of campaigns. They'll hire a marketing firm to do the campaign. And usually what happens is a marketing firm is going to look for someone like you to do the campaign. So they subcontract that assignment for you to do it. And a lot of assignments pay anywhere between $16 to $25 an hour. Now, of course, you can't sustain your living off of one assignment, but if you get multiple assignments, that could be a very lucrative living. So that's one way to combat off getting laid off and going from full-time to part-time. You can find some of those event promotions, gather those up, and I can help you out a little bit.
Okay, so tell us, if somebody picked this book up, do you suggest they read it from the beginning? But like, what's the most powerful chapter in here? For let's say, the young person who's about to go to college, they're 18, they just graduated, they're about to go to the community college. What chapter should they read?
There's actually, Jakari, a chapter in there that talks about how to graduate with a bachelor's degree in 1 year. Now, we talked about how a lot of these college students end up graduating with a bachelor's degree in 6 years instead of 4 years because they keep changing their major. Well, you can actually do it in 1 year. And one way to do it in 1 year is do something called credit by examination. And basically what they are is, instead of spending 3 months or a whole semester in college, you can take a simple test. Basically, you can test out of these subjects. So you test out these subjects, you get a grade, and you go to the next subject. And if a person can basically take a bunch of tests, if they're a good test taker, they can basically get a bachelor's degree in 1 year. Now, those majors are not vast. They're quite limited. So it's going to be liberal arts, it's going to be business administration, criminal justice, things like that. But if a person just want a college degree, want to get it done and over with, it could be a very effective way in doing it. And as well, it's very affordable. Each test is about $85. So just take the $85 times whatever amount of courses, that's going to be a whole lot less than what you're going to pay for a bachelor's degree. And Jakari, for your listeners, what I want to do is, if they send me an email at Callen, which is Kallen at reachingthefinishline.com, what I'm going to do is I'm going to give them a free copy of this ebook. Free copy, not the physical book, but I'll be happy to send you a copy of the free ebook of Reaching the Finish Line. You can send me an email at Callen at reachingthefinishline.com. But if you want the paperback, you can go to reachingthefinishline.com.
All right, Callen, thank you so much.
Thank you for having me, Jakari.
All right. Well, that's it for our show.